How you doing today?
Good.
So it's an honor to meet you. Big fan of yours for the longest time. Constantly quoting your movies to my friends all the time. So
You're quoting them?
Sorry?
You quote my movies to your friends?
When we're talking about films and we talk about you, we try and play which quotes from different movies we can recognize. So constantly bringing up things like "No Escape" always comes up, and
what was the quote?
Every now
what was?
No, we just more than quoting. I would say it's kind of embarrassing. More reenacting the action scenes and trying to do things from the poster. It's just one of our favorite movies from back in the day.
I like that one too, but nobody saw it except for you guys, which is reason enough.
Yes, absolutely. And so hearing that you were a part of this show was definitely exciting, knowing that you were going to be coming in and playing a villain, which you've done so many awesome roles through your career. Did you approach this differently than other characters you've played in the past, or did you want to bring something different for this performance?
No, what they wanted what was different. I had a tendency, and I'm glad they did what they did. I had a tendency to almost get too revved up and angry and loud, and they really wanted it more pulled back. And at first I didn't get it, but as the series went on, I liked what they had me do. I'm glad they pulled things back. It's intense. It's a villain, but it's just more quiet, if you will.
When you play a role that is described as a villain, do you approach it as this is a bad guy, so I want a kind of mustache twirling kind of thing, or do you view him as what he views as right? How do you approach that kind of
when I play that kind of character? I just do whatever the script tells me to do. So I don't really have any personal opinions about it. I mean, I don't judge. This is a good guy, this is a bad guy. It just is what it is, and you got to try to make it seem like it's really happening.
And coming into a series 3 seasons in, for the final series of this story, is there a challenge in trying to catch up to where all the other characters are, or are you able to just come in and do what you got to do?
Yeah, exactly. I just came in and did what I had to do. I didn't feel like I was playing catch up because this is the first time that this character is revealed. I don't even know if they talked about him in other shows. I don't think so. But it's really interesting and smart what they did. If they personalized it much more than I think the 2 seasons. The 2 seasons I think was establishing where they were working and training and blah blah blah. But this I think it's more personal, especially for me and Mireille.
And for you, having had such a long career on the big screen, is there a difference when you're in a TV series, in a project like this, versus a big screen production?
No, I mean, there's no difference. You're still playing pretend, and you don't act differently because it's going to be on a bigger screen. You just act for what they tell me to do. So it doesn't matter. And when I first started out, if you were doing television, it was kind of like your career was kind of waning. But now with all the streaming and everything, some of the better things are on television or streaming.
And yeah, definitely. And I think that this is not your first television project that you've done. Was the opportunity to do this? When we first meet your character, we don't necessarily meet you. You're on the phone, so you're that voice, and you can hear immediately there's that authority. Is there any sort of a challenge in playing a character where you have to really be in that control when it's just over the phone, when it's just your voice?
No, I like that. I don't consider myself a mean person, or like I'm not even close to anything I've really played in terms of bad guys. I've never even been in a fight, but it's fun to pretend that you're, what they're asking you to play a bad person. But no, there wasn't any kind of, I don't manipulate anything for me. Again, I just do what the script tells me to do. And then they do, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so.
It's great. And it's definitely love your character quite a bit here. I will tell you a funny story that when I was talking about the opportunity to meet you today, they said, my kids they're young teens. They said, "Who is that?" And I said, "Oh," and I started rattling off all the movies, and I mentioned No Escape, and they said they had no idea. So I showed them the movie. That's the first one I decided to show them. So we're
Really?
watching it. Yeah. And my 13-year-old, when he's watching it, he said, "Oh, it's the guy from B movie." That was his connection with your performance from that. And I realized that that character that you play there, I mean, it's a fictionalized version of yourself, but
Right.
it was such a great villain voice that I hear out of that. And that's exactly the feeling I got hearing you in this season, the first time that we're introduced to you.
Oh,
So,
really? That's
yeah.
funny. How old are your kids?
13 and 15,
Boys or girls?
both boys.
Yeah, show them good. They're ready for Goodfellas. Show them Goodfellas.
That's the next one. Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's been a pleasure meeting you. It's great. Love the show. Love your performance. And I'm really looking forward for everybody to check it out.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want you to solve this Hanna problem. Bring her in. There's going to be consequences.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
You're going out into the wide world, and you won't be coming back. You're soldiers. You have to be ruthless. In this war, anything goes.
I can remember I was dreaming.
You're looking at a list of targets for assassination. All the names on the list are young, politically motivated, socially conscious. Did you know about any of this?
I was given a kill list. I didn't know how they made it.
Well, now you know.
Who are you?
They're trying to destroy an organization that wants you dead. I need to get you out of here now.
If we're successful, you could have whatever life you want.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. I only know how to fight.
They tell you so much about what you're supposed to do. Not one word about what happens after.
Hunt her down, just like we taught you.
World belongs to me, and your world belongs to me.
For 20 years, I let one little girl live. That girl came back to haunt me.
I'm fighting in my head all the time. And you help me understand why. Let's work out together. Trust me.
She's coming for you.